Wayne Rooney was out drinking with relatives and Rio Ferdinand and saw this girl and beckoned her over to the VIP area, which is very sexy.
Okay, later on that night, he texts her, seeing if they can hook up.
Would you like to have sex with me? Go ahead, love, Wayne.
And she said, you'll have to pay.
You will have to pay.
And he's like, no problem. It's not like I can't afford it.
He's got a wife, he's got a kid, he's got loads of money, he's got a great career. And obviously, he's not used to his life being this good. He needs to fuck it up a bit.
So then he met her and a friend at the Lowry Hotel about a week later. She said he was shy and awkward and said, I've never had a threesome before. Which really says to me she's scraping the barrel to find something endearing about Wayne. She said it was over disappointingly quickly. And you think, well, I mean, you are being paid by the hour.
He only works, like, for a few hours on a Saturday. And if somebody would have given me £100,000 a week just to work at Top Man on a Saturday, then during the rest of the week, you're going to get bored.
I don't think it's about sportsmen. I think it's just about the possibility of doing it. Most people, I don't have women coming up to me in bars going, can I have sex with you? I'm a 43-year-old man. So, it's pretty easy for me to stay faithful to my girlfriend. And plus, she's lovely and all that.
Well, I've had, not affairs, but I've slept with women, obviously, outside the booby. But there's nothing to it, as long as she doesn't know.
OK, Wayne, and the really smart thing now would be not to go out to dinner with a hooker at Rio's restaurant.
And then they went and had dinner at Rio's restaurant.
Oh, I'll have the fucking chips.
No problem, darling.
I want that one.
You can imagine how romantic that must have been. I mean, the conversation must have been scintillating. Rio's in the kitchen, taking the orders, chopping things, getting the plates ready, panicking, getting a bit of gravy stuck in his earring, catching garlic in his rings. Then apparently Michael Owen saw them go off together and was absolutely disgusted.
I think he's just killing time. That's all it is, And he could be a lot worse. He could have stolen a car or he could have killed a rabbit.
Now, cats belong in teapots. Head peeking out over the top, tail out of the spout. Everyone knows that. So, if you're a cat lover, look away now!
She managed to ruin the only good thing the British have going for them. We're a nation of pet lovers, and she just literally took that cliche and threw it in a bin.
It was so creepy because she stroked it first. So it was like she was lulling it into a sense of security. And then she just opens the bin and puts it in. Cat bin gate. Why? Why did she do it?
That's just recycling gone mad, isn't it? Can you put brown cats and white cats in the same recycling bin?
Why did you do this, then? Mary?
She saw the cat wandering around, all messy, just getting in everyone's way, being messy, and just thought, put that somewhere tidy.
I've been in a wheelie bin, though, as a cat, but I was when I was in Cats, I was Magical Mr. Mistopheles. You see, we'd have to be all...
Why did you do it?
It was not intended to cause any harm to anybody.
She must have been sat at home when it was out and the hunt was on for her, thinking, what the hell am I going to say? I don't even know why I did this. How do I explain it? So I imagine her sitting there with a list, kind of going, the cat was racist.
The cat looked at her funny.
I was abused by a cat as a child. No, that won't work.
Maybe it dissed her mum and dad.
I've been looking for that cat for 30 years. It ran in front of Mark Bolan's car and caused him to cry. No, what am I doing? No, come on, think.
The press release has been issued. I have no further
You're
things
sorry
to say
for
at
what
the
you
moment.
did.
Of course I am.
She says it was just a moment of madness. But I tell you what is the real moment of madness is the way that people have reacted to it.
I just don't know how anyone could, go to bed and sleep at night knowing that they've just locked a cat in a wheelie bin. I don't know what was going through her head at the time.
Songs were written about it. There were Facebook groups calling for her death. It was like a massive phenomenon.
It's like people have gone, politics. I'm sure there's people doing awful things, but that is a faff to research. It's a total faff. That woman put a cat in a bin. She's sick, and I wish death upon her.
We all went, oh, what a horrible woman. But if we truly cared, we wouldn't have YouTubed it. But we all did. We all went, poor cat.
Coming up, we unveil the funniest moment of 2010. You'll kick yourself if you miss it. Welcome back. You know what they say. If you can remember 2010, you weren't there.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on.
Shortly, we'll find out what some comedy pushers reckon was the funniest moment of 2010.
Please show it to me again.
But first, here's the fifth.
She seemingly signs up to do a TV show where you live out in the jungle and you eat bugs and you do these trials but she's allergic to bugs and trials.
I'm not going to eat any insects, Stacey. It's against everything I believe in.
And she's never seen the show before, which is a huge show, which is on every year.
I didn't know. I was getting myself involved in.
I don't want to hear that because I don't believe that.
It's a pile of old scrotum sack. Of course she knew what she was going in for. They all know what they're going in for. Come on.
I can't actually eat egg. I'm allergic to them.
So this is a no as well, then?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I can't eat it.
I mean, I'm not calling her a liar. Don't get me wrong. But I don't believe her.
All these other people are not phobics. They are not. They might not like it. I don't like the cockroach. They're not phobic.
The only thing she seems to not be allergic to is being on television and money.
You're all right, okay?
It's a fly. It's just a fly. It's similar to the ones you find in London.
But the nice thing is about Gillian, at least she didn't completely embarrass herself by doing a supposed fake faint.
We'll explain it all, don't worry. We'll explain exactly what's going on, OK? Let's get Bob in.
There's no way on this earth that any of those boys in that camp were going to be like giving you mouth to mouth.
Oh my God, it's a spider! I can't go any further!
See, in this country, we like to run campaigns about anti-bullying.
Come on over and have a seat, Gillian.
I'm trying, Jack, I'm trying.
We don't like it when large groups of people gang up on one person.
What am I doing here?
Oi! Gillian! Eat another snake! Eat a snake, you huncety-back Scotch wench! Go on! Now dig a kangaroo cock! Go on, eat it! Are you wearing your wristband? Because we don't want bullying. Get in the pit! Get in the pit!
Gillian, what do you think of this?
I'm not eating it.
Fed up of hearing how the Spanish treat donkeys? In 2010, Russia pulled out all the stops to prove that they lead the world in donkey wrongness.
What is my take on people making donkeys parasail for publicity purposes? Oh, if I got £1 for every time someone asked me that question.
What was going through the minds of the committee who decided it was a good idea to parasail the donkey? I don't know specifically, but I bet you it was at least 90% proof. Probably from Poland.
Poor donkey was just swished away into the middle of the ocean.
I don't think they realised quite how funny it was going to be. So I salute them, quite frankly. It's possibly one of the funniest clips I've ever seen, and terribly cruel.
The Committed Act qualifies under Article 245, Part 2 of the Criminal Code as the cruel treatment of an animal.
It couldn't be enjoying itself. I mean, surely not.
But you look at donkeys now, and they look so sad. Eeyore, for example, is that's the first donkey. Eeyore's a donkey, right? I'm not being retarded here, am I? Is Eeyore a donkey?
But who would come to the aid of this poor creature and ensure his fame wasn't fly-by-night? You've guessed it, The Sun.
Our readers were deeply moved, though, and they wanted us to ensure the well-being of this animal, and that's why the Sun newspaper sent a rescue team out to southern Russia to secure that animal's well-being.
The donkey's now having to do like topless photos and stuff like that, so it's not so good that the Sun stepped in.
I think you should do that with a lot of animals, like penguins. Should have been penguins first. I bet penguins are pretty pissed off they can't fly. There should be parasailing, and they should take it in shifts just so they can go, now I know how it feels.
It was obviously cruel, but now the footage is out there, we might as well enjoy it.
To tell you the truth, it's a bit funny though, looking back at it, to see some donkey flying high in the sky like that. Never thought I'd see that.
Tuesday, the 27th of April, started as just another ordinary day for Rochdale pensioner Gillian Duffy.
I was going to Canada on the Saturday, and I thought, I just need some bread.
But her life was to change forever.
As I'm walking up the street, I saw the police, and they were kind of blocking the road off, and my first thoughts was that it was an accident had happened.